Hi, welcome to Mature Matters. I'm Debbie Clark. I'll be the host for the show today. We truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us for the show. We have a special guest today. Her name is Ruth Ranks. She is a registered dietitian. She's also the manager over the Renew Weight Management Program in Novi, Michigan. Welcome, Ruth. We appreciate you coming and speaking to us today.
Thank you, Debbie. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah. Can you let us know your background so our viewers can see what type of experiences you have?
Sure. I'm a registered dietitian and have been for more than 25 years. And currently, as you mentioned, I'm the program manager and one of the health educators at the Renew Weight Management Program through Botsford. We're located in Novi. I also am an adjunct faculty member at Oakland Community College in Royal Oak and for Central Michigan University's Global Campus Online.
Interesting. What do you teach there?
I teach nutrition, so to a variety of different students, people who are just interested in nutrition, people who are going into healthcare fields.
Right. That's always a good thing. Mm-hmm. So you're going to let us know all about your weight management program.
Yes.
And for those of us who are aging gracefully, what are some of the struggles or how hard is it to maintain that ideal weight as we age?
I think it's very hard. When we look at the adult population in the United States, right now the statistics tell us that 68% of us are overweight or obese. So it's very hard, and it's hard for a lot of different reasons. It's easy to eat almost everywhere you go. You know, we have really large portion sizes in restaurants, and we have fast food on every corner. We have candy dishes almost everywhere we go.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, for those of us that are busy, on every corner, as you mentioned, there's a fast food restaurant. And for myself, I love French fries. And you know, I can have them in moderation, but it's not a healthy diet that you should do all the time.
Right.
Tell me about the Renew program that you manage.
Sure. We're a medically supervised weight loss program. We run small group classes, generally between 6 and 12 participants in a class. And the classes are 20 weeks is our foundation program. We meet for an hour and a half each week. You're with the same group and the same instructor who's always going to be a registered dietitian.
Okay. If I wanted to come to your program, but I was unsure, how could I get the information that I needed to make a good decision?
There are a couple ways to find out more. You can always give me a call. That would be great. I would love to talk to you and answer all of your questions. We do have free information sessions that are held 3 times a month, 2 Saturdays and a Tuesday evening. And those are ways to come in, hear all about the program, have your questions answered, you know, get all the information that you need to make a good decision as to whether we might be a good fit for you. Those are good ways. We also have a website. It's botsford.org/renew, and you can find out a lot about the program there too.
Right. And for those who struggle with weight issues and maybe starting to see some health changes, what would be the benefit? What are the benefits of losing weight in general?
So weight loss has a lot of benefits, and I think sometimes people are under the impression that they have to get to some certain perfect number to have those benefits, and that's not necessarily the case. We know that when people lose just 10% of their body weight, they have dramatic improvements in their health in terms of risk for disease and even control of any kind of chronic conditions. So often we'll see people have lower blood pressure, better control for their blood sugar, lower cholesterol. It becomes much easier to move, less joint pain, sleep better, all kinds of advantages even with the 10% weight loss.
Cool. Can you tell me what your weight loss program entails?
Sure. So our weight loss program is focused, of course, on helping people to lose pretty dramatic weight in that first 20 weeks. Our average is 16% body weight, so we'll typically see people lose between 1 pound and 3 pounds a week. Depending on where they started and all of that sort of thing. The program itself is based on all of the sound science of what works to help people lose weight. But one of the things that we very much focus on from the beginning is how to maintain that weight loss, how this is going to be a long-term lifestyle change, not really a quick fix. So we run through a very structured curriculum, all aspects of weight loss management, what works, what doesn't, physical activity, nutrition information, social situations, emotional eating, all of those kinds of things. And while you're in the class, you're following a really structured meal plan, which includes meal replacements and fruits and vegetables and some extra calories as well to make those things more enjoyable.
Tell me about those meal replacements.
So the meal replacements are a tool. There's nothing magical about them. They're really wonderful tool because we see good results with them. There's been some nice research done where people who are following a lower calorie diet with meal replacements lose more weight than those who are using grocery store food. So we use it that way as a tool because they're consistent. They are in a powder form, and you can, of course, mix them with water into a shake, which is fine and delicious, but when it's 3 degrees outside, lots of us don't want to think about having 4 shakes a day. So this meal replacement that we use was designed for diabetics, so we have really good blood sugar control and things like that.
Right.
But it's also really versatile. You can bake with it. So you can make muffins and soups and pizzas and cornbreads and all kinds of things. And we always demonstrate a recipe in class each week. We have hundreds of them as a resource. So it adds to the versatility. It makes it much easier to follow the plan and have those good, steady results.
Right. So you said you demonstrate the cooking. Do you give those who are participating recipes or access to other websites where you can tap into the variety?
We do. We give everybody a couple hundred recipes to get started.
Ooh.
We make one in class every week, and everyone gets to taste it and see how easy it is. Our classroom has a toaster oven and a microwave, so it's nothing really fancy or difficult. And then we have many other resources. There's a YouTube channel where you can watch them make some of the meal replacements there. We have another set of recipes that we usually give people a couple weeks in that has several hundred more recipes. There have been people who've done a similar program with these meal replacements in other parts of the country, and they've blogged about it, so we'll tap into those resources and what they've come up with.
Very cool. When you're in the program and you're talking about, being committed is number one. You have to be committed to it.
Sure.
So you go each week. How long does each session last for the 20 weeks?
Each session is an hour and a half. For the 20 weeks, like you said. And the being committed really is the most important factor. You have to be ready to try something different and make some changes and go into it with an open mind that there is a different way to do this that can help result in long-term weight management.
Sure. So when you meet each week, you have like a classroom style setting.
Yes.
When you come in, do you weigh in? How do you start your classes out?
Sure. So yes, every week everyone gets weighed privately, and then we start the class off. Like I said, we're small groups, so 6 to 12 people. You get a lot of support, and there's accountability and just a good, nice fit with everybody as you get to know each other as you go through the 20 weeks.
Absolutely.
You have the same registered dietitian. So we'll talk about everyone's week, what particular challenges there have been, what particular successes there have been, and then we would follow through with various topics related to weight management, kind of working our way through all the big factors.
Sure. And then you mentioned the weight, and you do it privately, which is so important. How high does your scale go, pound-wise, for those who might?
Our scale goes to 1,000 pounds.
Wow. Right.
Yep.
What makes you different?
I think there are a few things that make us different. One important difference is that we are focused from the very beginning on that long-term maintenance. So sometimes people will come to a program and they'll do really well because they did whatever the instructors told them to do, but then they go out into the real world and didn't really have a way to translate those ideas and skills into everyday life. So we're focused on that from the beginning. We're small and we're personal. We have a really personal connection with all of our clients. Our instructors are all registered dietitians, So there you have the benefit of somebody who is well versed in the science and the research of weight loss, but really is able to make it real. What does this mean to me in the grocery store or in the restaurant or when I'm trying to decide what to eat? So those would be probably our biggest advantages.
Okay. When losing weight, we know exercise is very important. And for the viewers or the people out there that are interested and they haven't exercised for a really long time.
Right.
Where would they start? I mean, how would you
approach
instruct
that?
them? Yes.
So again, looking at it from that lifelong perspective, our goal is to help people make exercise and physical activity part of your life. So wherever you are, that's where we start. If you're already exercising, great, we'll build from there. If you're not able to do any exercise right now for any variety of reasons, that's where we start. We're just trying to think about how can we increase physical activity. We know that exercise helps with weight loss, but it really is the #1 predictor of weight management. So people who maintain a weight loss, they get regular physical activity into their day. So we're working very hard on how do we do that.
Right. Do you have somebody that comes in and speaks to them specifically about exercise? Is that something that you speak to them about consistently?
Yes. So every week we talk about the importance of physical activity, and that's one of the, we kind of think of them as tools. So instead of willpower, you have skill power. You have some tools that you're using, and exercise is one of those. So every week we're talking about what are you doing, what could you do that's a little bit more next week. And then of the 20 weeks, 2 of those are completely devoted to the topic of exercise. One of our registered dietitians is also a physical or a personal trainer and an exercise specialist.
Awesome. Yeah.
So she comes in and talks about those particular weeks. We discuss strategies, ways to incorporate it into your life. We look at some exercises that you can do just using your body weight as a place to start. So
it sounds very educational, very well planned. At the end of the 20 weeks, I've been coming for 20 weeks. I've got this friendship between you and the other participants. What happens after that?
So we call that first 20 weeks foundation. And it's purposely named that because if you think about the foundation of a house, when you build a house, you build the basement and the foundation has to be strong and sturdy and properly built for the rest of the house to be sound, right? But the foundation isn't the whole house. When you finish the foundation, most of us don't want to live in an open hole in the ground.
Right.
We need the walls and the electrical and the plumbing and curtains and paint and all that kind of stuff. So the 20 weeks is the foundation. It's the beginning. It's the building block of all the components that help people be healthy in the long run. Practice is what comes next.
Oh, right.
How do you do that in everyday life? How do you make this translate into your life and your particular challenges and circumstances? So we offer ongoing practice classes. They're very flexible. Some people participate in them, some people don't. Some people will come and then leave and come back. Some will continue to come once a month or once a week. There's a lot of versatility and flexibility in that program. So really supporting people however they need individually as they move forward.
Right. And would I have access to you or someone else in case I was feeling weak?
Yes. Yes. So we have the class once a week, but that's often not enough. So we do encourage, we call it a midweek check-in. We encourage you to check in with your health educator in the middle of the week and let her know, how things are going. If there are questions that are coming up, of course, you don't have to wait till midweek. We're available by phone, by email. We're pretty responsive to all of those kinds of contacts, and we want to make sure that you feel like you have that resource available to you, whether it's just some support and encouragement or a specific question.
Sure, sure. And whereabouts are you located?
We're in Novi. We're located in the Track Physical Therapy building in Novi on Grand River, halfway between Meadowbrook and Haggerty Road.
So if I or anyone else is interested in joining, number one, you can get in touch with the program number. It'll be throughout as we're speaking.
Yes.
Come to the informational sessions that you offer.
Right.
See what it's about, and then commit. If you think that's something that would fit fit what you're looking for. Many people go to other weight loss sessions or programs, and they just have failed and they're frustrated. So even if you're just interested, just come and speak with
Sure.
Ruth, get the information, and you can't put a price tag on your health. Thank you so much, Ruth, for coming, and such valuable information for those who are looking for a program for managed weight loss. And at this time, we'd like to say thank you so much for watching our program, and we'll see you soon.